is in the tunnel, ready to head out to the Ismailia turf. Hugely important 90 minutes of football ahead of these two young sides. Very special moment for the 22 on the pitch, so too those on the sidelines for now, hoping to get involved later. Very proud moment as well, I'm sure, hearing their national anthem play out in their honour. We will now take a brief pause for the two countries' anthems.
قد صارخت في عروقنا الدماء نموت نموت ويحيا الوطن نشرب لهم سلسلة القدم ولا بد للميت أن ينزلي ولا بد للميت أن
AGOA, Civil Society Organization Network, initiative de The Foundation for Democracy in Africa, vous donne rendez-vous pour une rencontre sur l'avenir de l'AGOA et les nouvelles dynamiques du commerce entre les États-Unis et l'Afrique.
Some of these issues, so what can we do to assist as civil society, please?
Yeah. So it seems to me that to be expedient, as I think you're saying, is that we need.
Depuis le Rayburn House Office Building à Washington, D.C., participez aux discussions de la 10e conférence annuelle de printemps du réseau AGOA, ce 23 avril 2025, sur l'avenir des échanges commerciaux entre l'Afrique et les États-Unis d'Amérique sous l'administration Trump. Un événement capital sur Capitol Hill, au cœur du pouvoir américain.
Some pretty stark proposals on the table. And we know from just talking to people that it's not, people aren't used to this. You know, they're freaking out about it.
Au programme, renforcer la coopération commerciale et économique entre les États-Unis et l'Afrique sous l'administration Trump, ainsi que dans un contexte de politique America First et de nouvelles surtaxes douanières sur les importations africaines. La question se pose, est-ce la fin de l'AGOA ou une reconstruction stratégique des relations économiques transatlantiques?
My message to every business in the world is very simple. Come make your product in America and we will give you among the lowest taxes.
En direct de Washington. D'ici, les parties prenantes aux assises de la coopération USA-Afrique sont les invités de Symphorien Katindé, journaliste chez Wangila Connect, le média panafricain basé à Dallas, dans l'État du Texas, aux États-Unis d'Amérique.
Hi, sir. Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, sir. Nice to see you too.
Ne manquez pas ce rendez-vous, mercredi 23 avril 2025 à 16h, heure de Washington, d'ici 15h à Dallas et 21h à Kinshasa, pour un échange historique sur l'avenir de l'AGOA, selon la vision du président Donald Trump sur les échanges commerciaux.
I think it should be an approach of negotiation. Negotiation. Let us negotiate without fear and to be honest in our purpose for the next.
À Kinshasa, suivez-nous sur Géopolis TV et sur notre chaîne YouTube Wangila Connect. Activez la cloche de notification pour ne rien manquer et rejoignez le débat.
À la 10e conférence de printemps du réseau de l'AGOA au Capitole à Washington.
Wangila Connect, connectez l'Afrique au monde.
Sung out loud and proud by the Tunisians, now over to their Moroccan counterparts. Sharifian anthem played out. Before that, for Tunisia, it was Humat al-Hima. Translates to defenders of the homeland. How much defending will this Tunisia 11 find themselves doing over the next couple of hours? Do they try and hold out for a draw against currently the best side in Group B, or do they go for the jugular, try and top the group themselves, potentially? It is, as you can see, Zouaghi between the sticks. Dubal, who's 1 yellow away from a suspension, as is Meherzi and Ayari. Dubal in the back forward, Bukatida, Alela, Diabali, Anan and Kordi join Meherzi in midfield. There's Nene leads the line, flanked by Ayari and Nassim Dendani of Monaco. And it's AS Monaco in the French top flight. No Monegasque heritage, as far as I'm aware. Two captains now meet in the middle. Alela for Tunisia, and Hossein Esadak for Morocco. Abdallah Jameh is your referee this afternoon. We'll hope for nothing too contentious to deal with. If there is anything, he will be supported by VAR. Abdul Aziz, Yasser Ahmed Abdelaziz, the lead man in the VAR office.
You can move abroad by seeking asylum, and in this video we're going to talk about who an asylum seeker is, what is the process involved in asylum seeking, and questions that you might be asked and how to answer them.
We've now reached our destination. We hope you enjoyed the flight and have a nice day.
Hey guys, it's your one and only Kawaka Doctor here, bringing you the best of migration across the world. You know how we do it on this channel. We share tips to help you move abroad through job opportunities and through education as well, which is the easiest way to move abroad. It's important for me to state that I am not an immigration consultant. I am not a licensed immigration lawyer. But what I do is to try and research and use my experience to help as many people move abroad. Okay, so it doesn't matter the country you want to move to. I probably have a video on my channel that can help you. So whether it's Canada, United Kingdom, United States, Australia, New Zealand, Finland, Norway, Sweden, Germany, Portugal, Poland, Switzerland, Malta, Italy, Spain, France, Belgium, Netherlands, any country at all that you can think.
As for the Moroccan 11, fair few changes through the group stage. Man with the armband on matchday 1, Muad Dayak, will watch on from the bench for now, as will Othman Mama, who's one of their most significant creative outlets. Julien Mesbaye as well, playing a fair amount of the tournament thus far. But it is a 4-3-3 setup, chosen by Mohamed Wabi. Ben Chaush does remain between the sticks. Kutun, Balf, Bakhti and Zaiwani, the back four. Boukamir, Awad and Captain Esadak in midfield. The number 9 leads the line. Ayman Ergi with El Haddad and Muhammad Saudi on the wings. Final moments then for the players to steady themselves, take a deep breath, try and settle those nerves, let the butterflies free. Lady Trawi watching on from the sidelines. Abdullah Ben Sultan and Mohamed Wabi have done all they can. As the referee looked at his watch, it is now time for the countdown, and it's over to the players to do their thing. So the referee blows the whistle, and away we go in Ismailia. Match day 3 of this year's Total Energies CAF Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations. Tunisia take on Morocco in Group B, the final round of matches in the group. All to play for this side, just 1 point between them. Currently first and third, Morocco at the top of the group. But anything could happen. Nigeria and Kenya, of course, also playing their final group game simultaneously. We'll keep you up to date on goings-on there, which will, of course, affect the Group B standings and quite possibly how these two approach matters here. Tunisia in all white with the red trim, shooting from left to right as we watch on in this first 45. Morocco in their traditional red and green.
London things.
Be outside, bit expensive.
And their centre-back Ismail Bakhti earning an early free kick. About a minute on the clock there. Just bumped into a little late by Perez Busnina. Lovely footwork there by Umar Saudi. Plenty of quick feet in these two teams. Lots of technical ability. Morocco currently undefeated in their last 11 games at the Under-20 AFCON in open play. Last open play defeat was a 4-0 loss to Egypt in their final group game in 2003. That also their last defeat in the group stage. That is, though, in part due to a fairly lengthy absence from the competition. Didn't qualify between 2005 and 2021, Morocco. Return here after missing out on the 2023 edition as well. It was a quarter-final exit in their last appearance in 21, despite not conceding a goal in any of their 4 games. appearing in a tournament in North Africa for just the second time, alongside 1997 when they were hosts. And on that occasion, they were winners. Their single triumph in the Under-20 AFCON. Can they match up to that in North Africa, if not on home soil this time? Well, the free kick was threatening from Khalil Ayari, but somehow missed by everyone.
I canceled my Midjourney subscription because this AI does everything I need. I can upload my own photos and create perfectly consistent images and characters from them. And it's not limited to just one character. I can maintain consistency across multiple characters.
Alaeddin Dehbali, one of those, couldn't quite get a boot on that low ball into the box. Another free kick, Mohamed Annan brought down. Promising start here from Tunisia. Ismail Awad, clumsy in the challenge there. Clear-cut free kick. And now another worry for the Moroccan backline and Yanis Benchaush. Straight towards the keeper, punched it clear, taking no chances. Be picked up by Ayari. Nice feet once again to trick his way past Ilyas Boumassaoudi, and then winning a corner off the next man. Flurry of set pieces here for Tunisia in the opening 5 minutes or so. Got Morocco on the back foot, plenty of jostling as you'd expect in the area. Referee's got a keen eye on it. Goes into a good area with a decent amount of pace, but Ismail Balf sending it at least partially clear. Meherzi lifts it back towards the box. Zayouani high into the air, lovely touch to bring it down, but it was already off the pitch. Just testing the referee's patience a touch there as he threw the ball away, escapes with nothing more than a warning from the main man in black. He won't want to try his patience too often, particularly those within a booking of a suspension. Ayari is one of those. That decision goes against him.
The future.
Good solid punch from Benchaush. Could argue he could have caught it, but better safe than sorry, certainly at this point in proceedings. Reassuring first commanding piece of keeping. Settle his defence, perhaps. Follow along with the hashtag Total Energies AFCON U-20. Let us know where you're watching from, who you're cheering on, what has got you off your seat in the opening 7 or so minutes here. Bukamir wins it back in midfield and looks to set away El Haddad. bright spark down the wing for Morocco, along with Mama. In the first couple of games, here's one. Morocco in the corner of their own now. Buma Saudi and Mesadak will hand over to the corner flag here. It'll be the former to take. It's whipped in. Zouaghi also getting a decent punch on the ball and looking to set away a Tunisian counter here. Oh, just delayed and delayed. Waited for the perfect moment, but in the end it was a significantly overhit pass there. Chance goes begging. It's won back quickly though by Annan, who heads for goal, gets his shot away straight at Ben Schausch. First real test for the keeper. First shot on target. One which he has produced an answer to. Would have been very disappointed to be beaten from there. Nonetheless, done everything asked of him thus far. Corner is overhit and Ben Schausch going to breathe a hit with a goal kick. We spoke about Morocco's absence from the under-20 AFCON. Tunisia had an even longer one, also returned in 2021, but after more than 3 decades, didn't manage to qualify for any of the tournaments between 91 and 2019. 1989, their previous appearance, before making their return in 21, and they've done well since getting back into the mix. Finished 4th at each of the last 2 editions. This is their 9th appearance in total at the under-20 AFCON for Tunisia. Managed 6 in a row between 79 and 89, finished runners-up in 85. That semi-final in each of the previous 2 sent them on to the under-20 World Cup. That is the goal, of course, for every team here, along with lifting the trophy. The World Cup spot arguably equally important to these teams. As ever, 18th edition, 25th, including tournaments without a host of the under-20 AFCON, is also serving as the qualifiers for the under-20 World Cup. 4 semi-finalists will be the CAF representatives at the tournament in Chile later this year, September and October. Reigning champions Uruguay will not be there to defend their title. Finished 5th in the South American Under-20 Championship. Has continued the curse of the winners. That's now 8 in a row. Now the holders who have failed to qualify for the next tournament. Africa traditionally performed pretty strongly at the Under-20 World Cup, as Ayari wins a free kick for Tunisia. Nigeria, twice runners-up, 89 and 2005. Mali, twice bronze medalists. Ghana lifting the trophy in 2009. 2019, Amadou Sanya. Senegal made the record for the fastest ever goal in an Under-20 World Cup after just 9.6 seconds. Will there be history in the offing for the 4 semi-finalists in this tournament? Will Tunisia and Morocco find themselves in that final 4? Either, perhaps both, not an impossibility. Not quite kept in by Anis Dubal in the eyes of the officials. Their Group B as it stands. Still level pegging in both sides, both games I should say, between the 4 sides in Group B. There have, though, been 2 goals already in the match at the 30th of June Stadium in Cairo. Kenya opened the scoring after just 6 minutes through a penalty. But a moment ago, the Flying Eagles of Nigeria have leveled things up. Kenya looking to finish with their heads held high. They can do that anyway. We're unfortunate to find themselves on the wrong end of that 3-2 scoreline against Morocco on match day 1.
Well worked. Enough on the finish. As it finishes 1-1 and a half-time break.
There, Boukamir, the latest to give away a free kick to Tunisia. Knocked on by Kutun to Awad. After pretty quick tempo early on, this match just settling down now into kind of rhythm I would have expected. 2 traditionally somewhat cautious sides, particularly when it comes to match day 3, particularly in this kind of situation. So many permutations, but here's a chance for Morocco. It was pulled across by Zayouani. Tunisian defender in the way. They can now look to turn this into a counter. That, though, is played behind Dendani. Couldn't get there.
Certainly an entertaining first half.
Dendani, Monaco Academy graduate, as mentioned in the build-up, has played in the UEFA Youth League for Les Monégasques. A number of players across the 2 sides who are at French clubs. A couple of Dendani's teammates as well, Buznina of Nice, local rivals of Monaco, and Dubal of Monaco, also Boukedina of Saint-Etienne. That pair might be worked here. Dubal at left back, not able to block the cross, but well over everyone waiting in the middle in the end. Dendani coming up against a Monaco Academy teammate as well, Yanis Benchauch, in the Morocco goal. He's also a young Monegasque. There'll be no love lost though I'm sure, between them. Now focused on duties for their country rather than club. So far, it is Morocco with clearly more of the possession, almost 60%. It's felt like either side could open the scoring though. Both getting forwards. Tunisia with the only attempt either on or off target thus far, officially. So plenty more action. Group B finale thus far. A long way to go. Good hour and a quarter of play. Even when Kenya briefly took the lead against Nigeria, Tunisia wouldn't have found themselves in an automatic qualification spot. The first separator, 4 teams on level points, is the head-to-head. Just to start the conversations, as Thomas Suwagi is forced out of his goal there. Brave keeping, throwing himself at the feet of the Moroccan attacker, and importantly so. Yes, of course, Tunisia with that 1-0 defeat on matchday 1 to the 7-time champions. That will be the difference between the two, should they both end up on 4 points here. If things were to stay the same here and Kenya could nick a win against Nigeria, they'd be looking towards the best third-place team spot, though. I think we could see a pretty cautious approach from both here. A draw would suit them both reasonably well. We'll look to, of course, snatch all 3 points if they can, but could easily come down to a single goal this game. Referee blowing for a Moroccan free kick, earning the ire of some of the Tunisians on the pitch and on the sidelines. Certainly had a handful of Boukamir's shirt there, Mohamed Anan. Raking ball out to the left towards Dendani. Kutoun deals with it and looks to push on the right wing. Another free kick. Kutoun left in a heap, holding his left thigh. Dendani turned 19 exactly a week ago. He's deceptively strong. Number 18. Using his strength and weight there illegally in the eyes of the referee. One back by Ayari. Will now set up himself. Pass was cut out, however, by Esadak. Return ball was just a touch light there from Anas Cordy, but immediately made amends and won it back. No shots at all thus far for Morocco. The draw with Nigeria last time out was the first time across their last 2 appearances at the Under-20 AFCON in which they failed to register a shot on target. That cagey 0-0 draw between the two teams you'd have to say were the favourites coming into this group. Smart play from Ayari, inviting the foul, shielding the ball. Bouba Saudi took the bait. Maybe a touch fortunate, in truth, having slightly tripped over the ball, but made it work. And now a dangerous free kick for Tunisia. Look to test Ben Shelsh again. Floated in towards the back stick, headed goalwards. But Ben Shelsh passes another test, deals with another shot on target, one he would have expected to deal with though. Not enough power on the header to truly test him. Tunisia quickly win it back. Sayouani calmly brings the ball under control. As Bouba Saudi ahead of him. To settle for a throw for now.
Ce qu'on ne sait pas forcément, c'est que certains pays exigent que vous ayez une assurance maladie internationale pour vous délivrer un visa digital nomade.
Vous découvrez et vous vivez dans de nombreux pays. Comment arrivez-vous à gérer vos besoins de santé?
Quand on est digital nomade comme moi, on a besoin de solutions digitales. Et c'est ce que propose April International pour simplifier l'accès aux soins.
Et par exemple, comment faites-vous pour demander un remboursement?
Ils ont une appli pour ça, c'est super simple. Vous pouvez géolocaliser les établissements médicaux et les professionnels les plus proches. Et une fois vos soins réalisés, vous pouvez envoyer vos factures et suivre l'évolution de la demande en ligne. Et d'ailleurs, pour que vous n'ayez pas à avancer vos frais médicaux, ils peuvent également vous remettre une carte de paiement virtuelle.
Abdoulaye Ben Sultan watching on, 58-year-old Tunisia coach. Could be pretty pleased with that inside start here. Might have had less of the ball, but they've done more with it. Also former Tunisia under-17 coach, Ben Sultan. That was over a decade ago now. In between then and now, a number of clubs around North Africa. 3 times in charge of Maghreb of Fez in Morocco, so knows Moroccan football well and use that to his advantage. Only appointed about 3 weeks ago. Al Haddad. Far better passing accuracy as well. Morocco comes with the territory, to say, when holding on to the ball and retaining possession wherever possible. All those stats will build up. Save passes where Tunisia are playing riskier balls and trying to break away on the counter. Thus far, the two cancelling each other out with a little over 25 minutes played thus far. We led that Tunisia under-17 team to the Under-17 World Cup in 2013, reached the round of 16. Ben Sultan. Here though, his team are on the back foot. Bukakida. doing enough there against their geek. A lot of the Tunisian attacks coming down the left thus far. Looking to use pace and trickery of Dendani. Two wingers have remained on their respective wings. In this opening half an hour, you often see wingers switching back and forth to keep the opposition fullbacks guessing. Often switching between regular and inverted wing roles. On this occasion, sticking to their initial positions. See if that remains the case throughout the game.
Come here.
Discussed Tunisia's approach to this game and whether they may choose to be cautious, look for that win that would secure most likely qualification one way or another. That's one of the best third place sides. Will need the win to get into the top two, whatever happens between Kenya and Nigeria. But how much should Morocco commit to trying to remain at the top of the group? After that goalless draw with Nigeria, it will come down to goal difference between Atlas Cubs and Flying Eagles. It could have been picked up by anyone, but Tunisia escape. Another nervy moment there. Morocco just trying to assert their authority on proceedings now as we tick towards the half-hour mark. Doing more with their possession. Sayouani knocks it on to Saudi to win another corner. Currently top of the group, Morocco, courtesy of goals scored. Identical goal difference to Nigeria, both +1 coming into this one. Nigeria have, of course, now scored another. So it's currently, in the live standings, 5 points apiece. Still +1 apiece. 3 goals scored for Morocco, 2 for Nigeria. So our benefits to being top of the group. VAR is there to support him, and he's not afraid to give a penalty. Punched away by Touagi. Fair bit more work to do for the Verona keeper in the last 5 minutes than there was in the early stages. Thus far, like Ben Schausch down the other end, hasn't had any especially nervy moments.
Hi guys, so to celebrate the 3,000 subscribers we have here, I'll be giving free 1 month mentorship to 300 persons. That's 10% of the 3,000 subscribers. And as you can see, we are getting up to almost to 4,000. So I'll be giving you guys free 1 month mentorship, and it's starting this month because I'm already training some other persons who came through other channel with me. So I'll be training you guys together, 300 persons free mentorship 1 month. To qualify, what you have to do, you need to have at least $200 account with any of the automated training platform we are using. Why do I want that? Because I want you to be making profit while you are learning. You know what I mean? To be making profit at the same time you are learning And if you want to register as soon as possible, if you check around this video, you will see a WhatsApp link. Send us WhatsApp message as soon as possible so we can be able to secure your slot. So I'll be doing this as one of the traditions I'll be using to engage you guys on this channel and also be giving you value. In the sense that every 1,000 addition to this channel, I will give 10% training. For example, when we get to 4,000, I'm going to also come for another free training. Aside that, you have to pay for other of our services. But this is your best opportunity to get free services from us while you learn practically from me, one of the best traders in Africa, as you all know. And you see the knowledge and you see the reason why people refer me as one of the best or the best anyhow. So now I'm a realist. I'm not trying to like influence you or make you feel good or make you, I'm going to give you the real value, the real knowledge, the things you need to know about it and how you can make profit. I am one of the best guys that you come to trade with me the same month, the same week, the same day you started trading with me, you start making profit because we have already a system that could guide you and keep you on the track of making more. Like one of them is automation. So immediately you come in, you're already on profit while you're learning how to do it by yourself. So by the time you're able to grab all the knowledge, you have already been on positive value or positive line with me, and it will inspire you and encourage you to continue learning and become a very profitable financial market expert. So any lucky person, 300 lucky person who's watching this video now, please send the link. Check the link within the video area and secure your slot. I will teach 10% of you, 300 persons out of the 3,000 subscribers that have already joined now. And it is starting this May, so there's no time. As soon as possible, if you're interested, just click the link and come to my free training. I'll be teaching you by myself, one-on-one, you know what I mean? And also subscribe to this channel in case you are not subscribed, or share it with your friends who you think can be able to that can participate and be part of this amazing opportunity I'm offering you guys here. And also there's a bell in case you want to be getting videos from me. Also click on the bell so that anytime I drop a video you can be able to see. I'm so happy to be back here, and I'm ready to give you guys value. Don't miss any opportunity that I'm bringing for you, because I am one of the guys you can ever learn. And in fact, I am like the final bus stop. Learning from me, that's the final. You can never go to someone else to learn again after you have learned trading or mentorship from me. Thank you so much, and do have a wonderful evening. Yeah, it's okay.
Morocco again. Boomer Saudi finds his way past Corny, gets it into the middle. Couldn't pick out a teammate. It's a Tunisia player who's gone down in his own box. Shot from range is tipped over by Zouagi. Really well hit. Tunisia complain that should have been a free kick. It was Derbali, left in a heap in his own box. 19-year-old right back, not best pleased, was caught a touch late there by Ismail Elwad. Look at that strike on the bounce from the Moroccan captain, Hossam Esadak. Close enough for Zouagi. But Saudi moving. Flicked on at the near post. Tunisia can clear and look to counter again. Final ball lacking. Tried to release Nassim Zendani.
Let's go! Big!
And Tunisia hold on to the ball a touch here and to get a foothold back in this first half. It's been one-way traffic for 5 or 10 minutes really, aside from the odd unsuccessful counter-attack. Anas Kordi. exception amongst the largely French-based team. Plays his club football for Hanover in Germany. Rest all France or Morocco from the outfield players. Zouaghi also in Europe with Verona of Italy. Now a few of the travelling fans, those supporting the junior Carthage Eagles, we're looking to usurp the Flying Eagles in the group's top two. Either that or the Atlas Cubs, they won't mind. If they can grab a goal here, they will move into the top two. That, though, is calmly dealt with by Esedak. That's why he's wearing the armband. Tunisia win it back, though. Inside the Morocco half. Sprayed left to Dendani. To Bal. To Ukadida. Alela. Captain sends it forward to Ayari, dropped deep. Needs the run of his right back, Debali. Into the middle. Koutoun under pressure. Can't shepherd that one out. Dendani wins it back. All a bit scrappy. El Haddad looks to slow things down and then speed them up and break away. Nice footwork, but doesn't make it out of his own third. Eventually, more uncompromising clearance from Bakhti. Now, there's a little space here for Morocco. With Masoudi, 1 or 2 to run at. Going down again there, Debali. Again doesn't get the decision. But Buznina, good running. At the other end, applying the pressure to Bakhti. Winning free kick, the Moroccan centre-back, whilst one of his teammates remains prostrate on the turf, minus a boot. And here's Hamza Koutoun in the wars again. Medic's on to treat the right back. He's been a reliable member of this Morocco backline thus far in the competition. They won't want to lose him.
Before we start, because we could have a chance right now.
Helped back to his feet. It would appear sooner rather than later. Shouldn't be anything more serious than that. There was a collision between Buznina and Bakhti. Buznina, who has already been on a pretty big stage this season. Played a couple of games in the Europa League for Nice. Teenager, not afraid of the spotlight and not afraid to throw his weight around on that occasion. Doing so a little too strongly. Tunisian fans, young and old, alike cheering on the Junior Eagles. Get back underway with a Zaiwani throw. Back to the left back who sends it long. It's not brought under control by Boukamir. Another unerring challenge. No love lost between these two old rivals. This time it's Ayari who's been left in a heap. Zaiwani late to the ball. It was clear collision there with the lower shin of Khalil Ayari without getting the ball. Perhaps a touch fortunate to avoid a yellow there. No apology of any kind from the Moroccan. Remains 1-1 in the game between Nigeria and Kenya after that frantic first 15 minutes. Things have settled down there. So we're all as you were in terms of the group standings heading into the final 5 of the first 45. Morocco look to play it out from the back, but again they play themselves into trouble. Knocked forwards to Nassim Dendani, waits for reinforcements. Decides to go it alone in terms of getting the cross away. Koutoum went with him, but another corner here for Tunisia. Better spell again for the Junior Carthage Eagles. Three shots in the match thus far, all of them on target. Everyone saved. Well, down in the box. There went Zaiwani. Tunisia couldn't make the most of their extra man there. Get another opportunity to lift it into a dangerous position, but ultimately ends up with Ben Schausch, who is blocked off. And that will be a booking. Shake of the head from Mohamed Anan. But deemed cynical by the referee. Was it Anan or was it Ayari? Looked to be the former. If it's Ayari, he'll miss the next game. It was indeed Anan. There we go. Another allowed to be careful now for the next 50 minutes. Avoid a suspension. Taking one for the team there. Prevent the potential counter-attack. Oh, Anan will miss the next match. He was one on a yellow already. That is a costly free kick. Is it worth missing a potential quarter-final? One goal kick. Once again, no checking on the opposition from anyone. Player from each team there crying out in agony. Saad El Haddad, first for Morocco. Ultimately, Amin Boukamir, who remained down. But, all said and done, and we will get back underway with nothing more than a throw. It was another clumsy challenge at best, this time from Anis Duval. Flick on wasn't going to test the Moroccan defence either way, but offside flag up against Faris Bouznina. Diabali sent that up the touchline. Zaiwani. Morocco just slow things down a touch. Look to ensure the final clear-cut chance of the first 45 falls their way, if anyone's. Bakti out to Zaiwani on the left. Still the left back gets a good cross in. Biding their time.
No, la spalla. La spalla, no, sono andato giù male.
When the delivery came into the box, it was spot on. Made the most of the opportunity to put Morocco 1-0 up and tighten their grip on the top of the Group B standings. From bad to worse for Tunisia, Thomas Ouaghi has really done himself some harm in his attempt to deny Egi. Lovely ball out to Zaiwani. Turned this way and that. Whipped it right onto the forehead of his number 9. Hard to see what happened to Ouaghi a little earlier. Doesn't look that awkward of a fall. Maybe, yeah, the elbow just under his body a touch. Well, deserved celebrations on the sidelines for Morocco. It's been a first half just largely flipped back and forth, momentum swinging. They carried it into the final stages of the first half and will surely have the lead at the restart. This could be a game-ending issue for Ouaghi. Does seem to be able to move the shoulder, so we'll see. I'm sure if they can, they'll try and soldier on through to half-time and properly assess it in the 15 minutes for the second half. We do get back underway now. Already fairly deep into first half stoppage time, a minute gone. That goal coming with seconds remaining of the first 45. Looking to test Ouaghi straight away. Seems to be able to run fine and make a decent clearance without too much of an issue. If he has to get that right arm behind a powerful shot, it might be a different story. Only 2 minutes of additional time. We've had 1.5 of those already. So that may be that, the final chance of the first half, producing the first goal. Offside flag up against Morocco. Tunisia get back underway quickly. I'm not sure there'll be time to send this forwards. The referee has the whistle in his mouth and indeed blows for half-time. Well, a match which had been in the balance for very nearly 45 minutes has swung the way of Morocco. The Atlas Cubs take the lead in the 44th minute through their number 9, Ayman Ergig, which puts them clear at the top of the Group B standings. 45 minutes to play. They are 2 points above Nigeria, 4 above their opponents today, who now are looking less of a sure bet for one of those best-ranked third-place spots. 45 minutes coming up, an important 45 minutes for both, but particularly for the junior Carthage Eagles. control of the ball, Morocco, as was the case pretty much throughout the first half, about 60% of the possession. They had fewer shots though than Tunisia, narrowly. Both had 2 on target. Most importantly, one of those 2 for Morocco found the back of the net. The header from Ergig, nothing Swaggy could do, point blank range. Tunisia have largely tried to play on the counter in the first 45. They might have to force the issue a touch more when we return in just under 15 minutes time for the final half of football in Group B.
They've conceded 2. Both from set pieces, a penalty, and now a free kick. Tucked in the back post. Situation is, if Tunisia go ahead against Morocco, the Flying Eagles will be heading home.
Look back at the first half of this crucial game between Tunisia and Morocco at the Under-20 AFCON, the final round of group games in Group B. Morocco 1 point ahead of Tunisia at kickoff, top of the group on goal difference, above Nigeria. Any after 3 could still find themselves in the fight.
For the second time have got themselves ahead. They may have coughed up the lead. There's no offside because Lawrence Acott played them on, and then he has just snapped the legs of substitute Rickson. Now Rickson won a penalty against Tunisia in the opening game. That was overturned by VAR. This one will not be overturned. What drama! And the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations, and up steps the captain. Daniel Bamei is taking on the responsibility, as did Kenya's armband-wearing midfielder Wangaya.